We are pleased to be able to unveil the design for the Levitt Shell today, which is really the anchor element of our Falls Park West master plan. To get us to this point, we're led by our design team, St. Combs Deathless. Don Deathless is the lead architect, along with Stockwell Engineers, who are our local firm, both on the civil side and the landscape architecture side. We indulge the Friends of Levitt Shell representatives on a high level. And then we also have multiple city staff members from multiple departments that really weighed in on that design. So without further delay, we'd like to present to you Levitt Shell at the Falls. Some of the key features of the Levitt Shell at the Falls in the amphitheater that will provide a great entertainment venue for us in Falls Park West is the flowing roof line that you can see on the picture to my right. It complements the adjacent Big Sioux River to Falls Park West. You'll notice also a lot of the columns and the accents on the shell itself uses our native quartzite stone, which obviously is important anytime we do a project. You'll also notice in the backdrop to the shell itself, it has some large movable doors, and that really allows us to be able to slide those open or keep them closed. And when they're open, obviously you'll be able to see into downtown Sioux Falls. And the other interesting aspect of that is that it also speaks to the character and our heritage of agriculture and rail yards within the city of Sioux Falls. This particular venue will also have state-of-the-art sound and lighting. It'll have a large video board that you can see on the left side of the shell itself to really enhance viewing opportunities for essentially wherever you're at on the festival grounds. It will also have a sloped seating lawn. It basically slopes from the front to the back to make sure that you have good views of the stage. And then we'll also have dedicated viewing platforms as well. A couple other notes about the site itself. We will also have a large permanent restroom facility. And so we'll have a dedicated facility that'll be permanent restrooms versus those portables that you often experience at some of the other venues. And then obviously we'll have other support facilities like walkways, landscaping, accessible pathways. And then on the back side of the actual venue itself, we'll also have a dedicated vendor area to get any kind of food or drink that folks may want. So one of our valuable partners are the Friends of Levitt Shell Sioux Falls representatives. And here today representing Friends of Levitt Shell Sioux Falls is Jennifer Kirby. Jennifer?
All right, thanks, Don. I'm very excited to be here. I'm Jennifer Kirby. I'm chair of the Levitt Shell Sioux Falls local group, and this is a big day for us. We started meeting in 2012, and to get to the point where we actually have venue designs to show people what it's really going to look like is just a huge day for us. So this just did not happen. It is owed to a ton of people who've made this possible. I need to thank some of them. Mayor Mike Uther, thank you for your support every step of the way. Without you, this would not be possible. The City Council has been incredibly supportive. They've asked great questions along the way, and they've been supportive every step of the way with their support of the CIP budget. I also want to thank the Park and Recreation Board. For a long time, they had this in their dream of how do we want this land to be used? What's the best use of this land? And it has been their dream to have an outdoor concert venue there. And so without their vision, when the Levitt opportunity came to us, this probably wouldn't happen because it was just a perfect fit with what they had in mind for the future. I want to thank Don Carney. He's been advising us for years on this project. He is calm and has wonderful advice and has steered us in the right direction every step of the way. Mike Patton has been part of this design team. He led the design team project. He's a City Parks and Rec Department employee, and he did a phenomenal job of letting everyone know what was going on and helping us balance form, functionality, and budget. If you've ever done any sort of remodeling project, even a do-it-yourself bathroom remodel, it's hard to make it look good and stay in a budget. And he did a great job of keeping us having that in mind. Our design committee was made up of a new number of city employees and also some Friends of Levitt Shell board members. They were Miriam Broyne, Shannon Van Buskirk, and Tom Dempster, so thank you for serving on that design committee. None of this would be possible without the support of the National Levitt Foundation. They have pledged significant operating and capital support for this project. Along with their financial commitment is their intellectual commitment and their experience to building outdoor concert venues and providing programming. And without that sort of expertise, we would not be in such a good place. They've been a very valuable partner. Tom Dempster was I call him the founder of the Friends of Levitt Shell. He's the one that got the call in 2011 and from a friend who said, you need to have a Levitt venue in Sioux Falls, and he got the ball rolling. And so without his willingness to see where this might take us, we wouldn't be here today. And then our local board has been a great resource. We have 20 board members. We meet regularly, and everybody is digging in, rolling up their sleeves, and doing the work that needs to be done to make this possible. Bringing this Levitt venue to Sioux Falls is a big deal for a lot of reasons. Thriving cities have vibrant downtowns. We have a wonderful downtown. I think this is going to bring it just up to the next level and make it even more of a destination, more of a place to go, better for our businesses downtown, and make it a more desirable location. This will provide access to the arts for all. Every summer, we're going to have 50 free concerts, so it doesn't matter, if you moved to Sioux Falls last week or if you grew up in Sioux Falls. It doesn't matter if you can't buy a ticket. The concerts are free, and everybody's welcome. The part about this project that makes me most excited is that it's a way to bring our community together. And I grew up in Sioux Falls. I love this community, but it's very different from how it was, 30, 40 years ago. We're becoming more diverse. We have more people moving here all the time, and we need to be intentional about finding ways to create a sense of community, to find places where we can all get together, see each other, enjoy outdoor music, have our kids play together, and that's what this venue is going to do. I agree. Thank you. So as you've heard about this project, it's a public-private partnership. So we have 3 groups involved. We have the City of Sioux Falls, which has provided some funding for developing the Falls Park site, and they've taken the lead on designing this venue. We have the National Levitt Organization, and we have our local Levitt Organization. And our local Levitt Organization will put on the shows and make sure that all the programming is taken care of. Our local organization has significant fundraising responsibilities. We're in the middle of fundraising right now. We are actually in our last month of the Community Appeals campaign. John Hankhouse and Chris Torkelson are my fellow co-chairs for that effort. We have a great leadership team, and then over 50 volunteer campaigners that have been out raising money to help bring this and make this a reality. We've raised a lot of money so far. We still have a lot more to raise. So thank you so much to all the businesses and individuals that have donated to this cause. And if you're deciding whether to donate or not, my vote is yes. Please give. And with everyone's help, we're going to meet our goal. So thank you to the city, to the National Levitt Organization, our local group, and all of our donors. And with these designs, I think we're a big step closer to our first concert in 2019.
Thank you, Jennifer, and again, thanks to everybody that Jennifer's previously mentioned about making this all happen. It's been several years to make it all a reality, and couldn't be more excited about being able to get the information out to the community about what this venue will look like and how it will be used. Just to close, I really think the addition to Falls Park West of the Levitt Shell will continue to improve the quality of life in Sioux Falls. It's certainly going to add to the vibrancy of downtown. It'll create another place for community folks from all walks of life to gather, and then it'll certainly bring even more attention to our city's namesake, Falls Park.